beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Georgia, for those of you who are new, and to my regular subscribers, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to do a quick recap and review of Belle Collective Season 2, Episode 2, titled Got a Meeting in the Men's Room. So, we start off the episode where we see, Letisha and Glen speaking. Glen went to the office to visit Letisha, and he's pleading his case. He wants her to come back home because, as you know, she's now living with her mom. She says she's tired of his cheating and lying and she can't deal with it no more. She knew of the fact that he cheated 8 years ago, but now she's understanding that there's a child involved and she needs to know if the baby is his or not. So it was a surprise to Letisha to find out that he's been reaching out to the child's mother and asking for a DNA test over the years. And apparently it's not happening. So she's like, all right, so when you find out, let me know. I'm willing to work on our marriage. However, I believe that I need more from you to show me that you're in this with me, because you're a liar, you're a cheater, and I can't take it no more. So towards the end of the meeting, he was like, all right, so you know what I need for me to leave? And she was like, well, bye. And then she gave him a handshake. But what Glen should have done when she handed him her hand was to pick it up and give her a kiss on it. But no, he just shook her hand and left the office. So yeah, we have Letisha dealing with Glen and there's a lot more that she's dealing with, but we'll get into that as we go on with the review. So after that, now we see Latrice. She goes into her establishment, her shop, and we also meet Joshua, her manager. We already know Joshua from season 1, but she's having a conversation with him about things that are broken that needs to be fixed. And she asked him, did the person come to fix it? I believe it was the heat, and also now the water. There's a problem with the water. So he did give her some good news, though. He let her know that the only thing, they're all sold out of all of their hair, of their wigs. No, not all the hair, but the wigs. The only wigs that are available right now that are the ones that are on display, which is good news for any kind of business owner to hear. We're all sold out and we're waiting for more to come in. So supply and demand, as you know. So then she was like, all right, you know what, since the person haven't come to fix the heat or the water, let me call Zaddy and see if he'll come over. Zaddy, at least he'll come over and do what he can. So okay, here comes Cliff. Cliff come with his little wrench walking, and Joshua's like, oh, he's already prepared. He got his wrench and everything. So he comes in the little too twisty or whatever they decided to show us, and there you go, water is fixed. So now her and Cliff sit down and she's asking his opinion. Well, she already said to him, it's like, I know you don't want me in this location anymore. Cliff wants her to change the location of her shop. But she was like, well, this is the kind of neighborhood, that these are the people that support me. Sorry, y'all. So I had to turn on the ring light. I forgot. She's like, these are the type of people who support me. So therefore, I want to keep my business within this neighborhood. And as you know, us as consumers, think about it. In any kind of city that you live in, where do most businesses come and set up their business? Is it within the African American neighborhood? Because they know, okay, yeah, they're big consumers. They'll buy whatever is out there and they don't have much businesses. But that's something that has to change. So I agree with Latrice when she says, you know what? I want to keep my business within this neighborhood because these are the people who made me. These are the people who are buying my products. Now, when you take your business elsewhere to another kind of neighborhood and they're not supporting you, and then here we have our people coming over to shop, they're not going to be comfortable shopping over there. They're comfortable where they are. But to Cliff's point, he was like, you know what? There's good points. There's good parts of Jackson. There's bad parts of Jackson. I just want you to put your business in a better part of Jackson, Mississippi. Latrice, stay where you are and keep selling your hair and your wigs out of that location. That's where your customers are. That's where they know to find you. You've built it over the years. Don't change. Stay, fix up the place if you have to, do your repairs if necessary, and stay where you are. Those are your customers. Stay there and do your vending machine business and just have your business grow. But then if you want to do franchise, do another location elsewhere and just see how that works. And then you decide, okay, should I keep these 2 locations or just, stay with this one? But that's another way to look at it. Rent another building for now and do what you can, but let that be your central location. I agree with you staying there. The people made you, girl. You got to give back to the community. So, okay, so she sits there and she's asking him, she's telling him about the brunch that's coming up with Letisha. And she says she knows that Marie will be there because that is Letisha's friend. So she wants his opinion as to should she go. And he said, okay, being that, the brunch is that Letisha is the one that's doing the brunch. Marie being a good friend to Letisha, she may behave herself, so I don't think anything is gonna pop off. So definitely go. So she's like, all right, I'm gonna need you to drop me off and make sure you have bail money for me in case anything pop off, because if it goes left, it may go left and I may need you to come bail me out of jail. So he was like, all right. So yeah, we have Latrice agreeing to go into the brunch. Now we have Marie and Letisha waiting on Tambra, because now Tambra is going to introduce us to one of the new ladies to the show. In season 1, we met Soguchi. I believe, who introduced Soguchi? I'm not sure, but we met Soguchi in episode 1. And now we're going to meet Aikisha. So she's been introduced to us as well as being introduced to Letisha and Marie through Tambra. So before Tambra comes, Letisha and Marie meet up and then they're just catching up on life. Her grandson, of course she knew about what happened to her grandson's mother, but she just wants to catch up and to see how everybody's doing. She asks about Latrice's son, about Marie's son, about how he's handling it and stuff. And, they talked about it. Also, Marie asked her, what's going on with you and Glen. And Letisha let her know, like, listen, I'm still with my mom. I've been able to find myself. Glen, I'm still not back with Glen. He's still trying to work his way and come back to me. And Marie asked her a very important question, and it made me hold my breath waiting for the answer as well. So Marie asked Letisha, so can you say that you have outgrown your husband? And she thought about it for a minute, and she said, yes. She says, we've been together since high school. I'm changing. I'm doing things that are more important to me, and he can't accept that. So I kind of feel that, yes, I've outgrown him, and I need him to work with me and come up to my level, or something to that effect, she said. But she said, yes. She said, yes, I think I've outgrown him. And she's like, well, y'all got to work on that, because I know you guys love each other and so on. And Letisha was like, yes, I really want to work things out with my husband, but I have to make sure that, I don't put up with the crap that he's been giving me all these years. I need him to understand that I'm not the same little girl that he knew in high school. So they talked about that and other stuff for a while. And then we see Tambra come in, and she introduces us to Aikisha. But then she didn't have to do much introduction. She let us know that she's known Aikisha since high school, and Aikisha was part of the Pretty Girl gang and so on and so forth. But then from there, Aikisha took over and she just ran down her whole resume. I'm like, did we really need to know everything about you within the first 10 minutes of meeting you? She let us know about her, Lily, you can't stay there. You can't stay there. All right, I guess we have a guest as well. If you guys remember my other videos, Lily, I was supposed to babysit her just for a couple of weeks. She's still here. So, all right, I guess she's going to be part of this video. So, Aikisha let us know that she owns property on Ferris Street. She owns buildings on Ferris Street because her family, her father's family, is a big deal in Mississippi, in Jackson, Mississippi. So that's good to know that she has some sort of influence, because remember when Letisha was trying to get the Ferris Street project up and going in season 1, she was hitting so many roadblocks. So maybe Aikisha, I'm sure Aikisha will be able to help her get everything back up and running, because as you know, it's a historic district and you can't really change much about it. As far as the storefronts and stuff, you could refurbish them and stuff, but you can't really change much about it, and that's something that they wanted to do. So now maybe with the revitalization happening, maybe Aikisha's influence will come in handy. But she let us know that she's telling us about herself. She let us know that she is married to a football player. She's been living in Jersey, a retired football player, I should say. That he played 10 seasons. I'm not sure exactly which team. I'm assuming it's probably the Jets or the Giants, because he was on the East Coast. So they've been living in New Jersey for a while. He's originally from the Bronx, and the reason she stayed out here so long is because he did 10 seasons of football. And he also, right after retiring from football, he wanted to own a restaurant. So he opened what he calls a beer bar in the Bronx, where he's originally from. So I'm not sure, is it just a alcohol bar that they serve alcohol? Do they serve food, wings, whatever, mozzarella sticks? Do they serve entrees? I don't know anything like that. But from the name of it, beer bar, I'm assuming that it's just a bar. But she's also letting us know that she also opened like a drug and rehabilitation center. I'm not sure exactly where that is. But she just kept running down the whole resume of her family. She asked, but I have to give it to her. She did try to incorporate everybody. She asked Marie, did she grow up in Mississippi? And if so, which high school did she go? So it so happens that they went to the same high school. But from the way she was carrying on, the ladies wasn't feeling her. Marie even went and said, my gosh, she could talk a lot. All you saw the ladies kept doing was this. Yeah, and at one point Marie said, I am not feeling, even though Aikisha says she likes Marie's like, I'm not really feeling Aikisha. She is just too much, and especially with those light eyes. You can't trust people with those light eyes. Marie, you are too much. I think the fact that Aikisha had so much going on for herself, Marie didn't like that, because Marie is self-proclaimed. She is the queen of Mississippi, and here comes Aikisha saying she is the queen of Mississippi because her family owns property on Farish Street. So I know those two are going to clash down the line somewhere. And now that Letisha, whose main goal is to revitalize Farish Street and get the Black Mecca back up and running, who's going to need Aikisha's help, I think Marie is a little bit jealous of the fact that they're going to be working together, that Letisha may not need her so much. Well, she really didn't need her last season. I mean, they're friends, but I don't think they were on the same page. I think a lot of people are underestimating Letisha, because remember, Letisha was a housewife. She was just home waiting for Glen to come home, and then she's there raising her son. But now that she's stepping out and actually doing things, I don't think Glen is appreciating that, and I honestly do not think Marie is appreciating that as well. Marie wants to be, in my opinion, Marie wants to be the center of attention, and right now she is not. But she needs to step back a little bit, because she got so much going on in her life. Let your friend move forward. Help uplift your friend. And, the brunch that happened, well, we're going to get into that. But like I said, they met Aikisha. They talked for a little while. And I believe Letisha at that point invited everyone to the brunch that she's having. So, yeah, we'll get to know more about Aikisha. I'm sure she's going to tell us all about herself throughout this whole season. Wow, it's going to be interesting to see them going back and forth. So now, when Aikisha asks Marie about herself, Marie told her that she has a partner, and she has the medical businesses going. She also sells hair. She's a cosmetologist and all of that. And Aikisha had the nerve to say, well, I've heard of 7 streams of income. Yes, girl, there's 7 streams. It is known that people must have at least 7 streams of income going. Oh yeah, and my second stream of income besides YouTube is my website. So go shop my website. Insert screen name here, insert website here. So go and shop my website. Also, she mentioned about the Lupus Foundation, and Marie let them know that she does have lupus and that there's an annual run and a gala surrounding the effect, surrounding, the having the foundation and stuff like that. And of course, Aikisha had to let her know, yes, we also do that as well. So you could see the back and forth going, the not clashing, but yes, I got this, yes, I got this, yes, I do this, yes, I do this. So I know they're going to come to a head at some point, because they both claim themselves as the queen of Mississippi, the queen of Jackson, Mississippi. So the queen of Jackson. They both are self-proclaimed queen of Jackson. So those two are going to clash eventually. So now we see Marie and her mom. Her and her mom go to lunch, and we heard about her in season 1, but now we're actually meeting her mom. So finally, Marie's mom has moved in with her, and she let us know that her mom is catering to her, and that she is she's enjoying having her mom live with her. In season 1, we knew that her mom didn't raise her; it was her dad. Her mom struggled with drugs all her life since Marie was 8 years old. So her mom really wasn't around. Her dad used to lie to her as far as when she's asking where's mom. He would tell her that she's working late, she's doing that, she's doing this. But now we see her mom is really trying to get off drugs. So since moving in with Marie, or Ree, as she calls her, which is so cute, and as Latrice call her, Riri, since moving in with her mom, since her mom has moved in with her, she has relapsed a couple of times. And it seems that she came home one day, she said, with a black eye and a cut on her head, and she's finally asking her about it, and she wants to know what happened to her. So her mom tell her, you know what it is? I'm a drug addict. So she's like, it's hard. She said, I understand now how hard it is for you to beat the habit, because since opening that addition to the clinic, where she's now having opioid treatment, or opioid treatment, she's seeing the people who are coming in and out who are battling with it. So now she understands what her mom is going through. So she tells her mom, listen, my brother and I don't want you to see you out there in the street. We don't want to see you out there getting hurt. We want to make sure that you're staying safe and stuff. And her mom is like, well, I'm really trying. Her mom really looked ashamed. And it hurt my heart to see her mom looking like that, because her mom is really, really trying. But I guess it's really hard. I guess it's hard for her. So she's gonna do her best, and Marie's gonna do her best to work with her mom as far as beating the drugs. I'm guessing she probably has like a methadone clinic where when you feel like you need to go and take a certain drug, you go and you get your methadone shot or whatever it is. So it was good to see Marie and her mom. The thing about these shows that I see Carlos and the old network actually putting out there, they're not polishing everything and just handing it to us. It's like, this is it. They're actually bringing us in and making us see that the struggles that these families are going through, because I'm sure there are people out here who could relate as far as something going on in their family. Like in Love and Marriage, DC, we see Jamie, who is a police officer, and he has his son who is always getting in trouble. They brought that in and they showed that to us. We see in Love and Marriage, Huntsville, where we see the battles of Melody and Martell Holt. They went through infidelity in their marriage. They're going through a divorce. Now we have it where they have the custody case, where we have Martell trying to get custody for the children. These are things that people deal with every single day. So it's good to see it being put forward, and not just like some other networks, like I said, who polish up everything, put it in a nice pretty box, put tissue paper and they put a bow on it and hand it to us and tell us this is what's going on. That's not real life. So that's why I appreciate the way Carlos King is approaching reality TV. Yes, there's drama behind the scenes, but he's also giving us the real. And kudos to you, Carlos. Keep going. Keep doing it. All right. So now we have the main event of the episode. We have the brunch. So we see where the table is set up nicely, I think. But of course, Aisha had her comments. All the ladies starting to arrive one by one. And Letisha had most of her crew there. Like we see on the lower third of the screen, it said they give the names and said Letisha's crew from her hometown or something like that. So then we have all the ladies coming. Of course, the other ladies already know that the brunch is not always that big. From season 1, we see that it's not, Letisha, she's starting out. But I think Aikisha comes in hoping to have the whole town turn out. Well, that's not the case, girl. I know you're coming from New York and Jersey, where you have big events happening all the time, but we're in Jackson, Mississippi, a small town in the South. So you have to scale back a little bit, and just your expectations are quite too high right now. We're gonna get there, but we're just starting out. Letitia's just starting out. Give her a chance. Let her, build herself up. So the ladies walk in. I believe Marie was the second one to walk in, hug and kiss her friend, sat down. And then we see Aikisha coming. We see So Gucci coming. So Gucci's nice. It looks like she's okay. She'll go with the flow. Second episode, we don't know. But here we have Aikisha walks in and she's like, oh my God, there's only like 7 people here. This is no real brunch. I expected a lot more people to be here and stuff like that. Aikisha, I'm going to need you to tone it back a little bit, girl. I'm going to need you to relax a little bit, just a little bit, and wait till things come to head, because I'm not liking you so far. I don't know. You're just coming on a little bit too heavy. A little bit too heavy you're coming on. All right. So now we see majority of the people are here. Her friends came in, and now we have Latrice walking. And the minute you see Latrice walking, the camera pans to Marie's face, and you could just see the... She didn't like having to see Latrice, but I know she knew that Latrice would be there. Didn't somebody tell Marie what the theme of the brunch was? Uplifting women. All right, they get in now, and they talk a little bit about each other. It so happens that Latrice's assistant, Melissa, is it Melissa or Melinda? Melanie. I wrote it down. Melanie is also working with Aikisha, having, because she's a publicist, so she's helping her, get back into the swing of things within Mississippi. So we see Latrice walks in, Marie's face goes, she just started chugging water. And then Essie, who is Marie's business partner, sitting next to her, is like, girl, you all right? She's like, yeah, I just need some more water. She chugging water. I'm guessing I don't know why the sight of Latrice made her so thirsty. But, so Letisha was like, all right, people, let's eat. So everybody gets up and they're going to the buffet. And we have Aikisha's like, my plate is dirty. My plate is dirty. My plate is dirty. I can't eat off this plate. My plate is dirty. So people were trying to ignore her, but she wasn't about to let them. So also we have Latrice saying, well, mine is dirty too. So I guess eventually Letisha goes over to her and she's like, what's the matter? She's like, I can't eat off these plates. My plate is dirty. So she's like, do you want me to go find? So this is Aikisha to Letisha. You want me to go find the owner and switch it? She's like, no, it's okay. I'll do everything. I don't need you to do anything. So Letisha goes, she get her some clean plates. And now by the time she gets over to all the food, she's getting what's left because all the good stuff is gone. So she's holding up the waffle with the tongs and she's turning it side to side. It's like, what the hell is this? Burnt waffles, burnt bacon. Yes, it's burnt because you have the burners at the bottom of the pan. And because it's sitting there so long, of course it's going to be burnt at that time. You know this. Please, who haven't been to a party and know that? So she took what she could and she sat back at the table. And now Letisha's like, all right, guys, we're going to play a game. What I want you to do is I'm going to pick a name out of this cup. And whatever name I pick out, I need everybody to go around the table and say something uplifting to that person or, about that person. So I believe the first name she picked was Melanie, which is Latrice's assistant. So she said something nice. Tambra said something nice. Of course, Latrice said something nice. All the other ladies who really didn't know her, I would assume they would just compliment something that she had on. I think she was wearing red or something to that But then when she gets to Marie, Marie was like, I plead the fifth. So they let Marie go with that one. So the next name she picked was Latrice. So okay, everybody went around and then said something nice. Now it's Marie's turn. I plead the fifth. I'm like, nah, you don't do that. You've known Latrice from season 1. This is your best friend's brunch. Why can't you say something nice about Latrice or to Latrice just to get through the brunch? I plead the fifth. So I guess she's like, you know what? She sat there for a minute. Letisha was like, Marie, you need to participate. All the other ladies, of course, was down the table whispering and stuff like that. They're like, come on. So Gucci was like, you know what? I'm here to learn something. I would like to leave this brunch saying that I've learned something from these ladies. Why can't you, or just, just say something nice. Marie was like, I gotta go. So she gets up. Everybody, not everybody, but some people were like, right, let her go. Others were like, sit down. Of course, Letitia's trying to be the peacemaker. She's like, sit down. Let's get through this. No, I can't do this. I can't do this. So she gets up and she goes to the bathroom. But what happens? She walks into the men's room. I guess she didn't see the sign. The sign was kind of high and in the dark. So instead of having a meeting in the ladies' room, they had a meeting in the men's room. So, all right. So she goes into the bathroom. Of course, SC being the friend she is, you're not going to let your friend walk out. You're here because of her. So you follow her. Try to find her. She's like, I can't be fake. Why she needs to be here, whatever. You can't expect your friend to pick sides. That's not right. She gets along with everybody. I think that either Marie should have just tried to get through the brunch. I mean, it wasn't going to be that long. Or not come. I mean, didn't she know the theme of the brunch was uplifting women? Of course. Was she expected to just sit at the table and scowl for the entire couple of hours? She wasn't willing to share any ideas with any of the other ladies, because that's what you do. You network, you give your ideas, and then you go home and then you either come back together later or something. But Marie was not willing to participate, and I think that's a bad look for her. And it's not good that she came to her friend's event and did that. So all right. Going back and forth in the bathroom with Essie. Essie's like, you know what? Let me go tell her that we're leaving. So Essie goes back to the table to tell Letisha goodbye and thank you for inviting me or inviting us. She tell all the other ladies, nice to meet you. And then Letisha's like, let me go talk to her. I think that was a really bad idea. I would have told Essie, you know what? Tell Marie, thanks for coming, and I'll talk to her tomorrow. I'll call it tomorrow. You have majority of the ladies still sitting at this table, and you're going to run behind her to go in the bathroom to try and console her because she don't want to participate because Latrice is there. I don't think that was a good idea for her to go after her. So, okay, now she still goes, and they're in the bathroom, and it's getting loud because Marie is like, you don't know what she did to me. Don't you know what she did to me? Essie, you know what she did to me. So, of course, Essie being the quiet person she is, I've never seen her get loud all of season 1. So, it's going back and forth. Letitia's like, how you gonna leave? You're my friend. You're not supposed to leave. Which is true. And I don't think Letisha should have been put in that position to pick sides at that point. So, it gets so loud to the point where the ladies are back there in the dining area hearing it all. Aikisha makes this comment that, listen, the host is gone and I'm left here with the kind of posse, Palahachi posse. That's not nice at all. Aikisha, please. I don't want to not like you, girl, but the first time I'm meeting you in this episode, I'm not liking you at all. Come on, please. Change my opinion of you, please. Oh my God. So, okay, so it's getting so loud in there that, yes, the crew gets up and they go. The crew and Tambra gets up and they go to the bathroom wanting to make sure that everything is fine. And they're like, do you understand how loud it is out there? You guys are mad loud. So is everything okay? Yes. So Letisha let them know everything is fine. Go back to the table. So like I said, it was Letisha's hometown friends who got up, plus Tambra. We still have sitting at the table. We have Latrice sitting at the table. We have So Gucci and we have Aikisha still sitting at the table. They're not getting up. They're too cute. Now Latrice, she gets up from the seat she is and she goes to sit at the head of the table. Talk about, let me take my place at the head of the table. Let me already go ahead and take my place. Shade, girl, shade. You not right. But she also tells us in her confessional that she did not snitch on Marie about Medicaid fraud. You know, the rumor that was put out there, the false rumor that was put out there. I don't think it was Latrice who did it. So I think because Melody is also Latrice's publicist, she didn't want anything to do with Melody, which is why she pled the fifth when asked to say something nice. There is a YouTube website out here, not gonna name it, but they constantly make up lies about certain reality TV stars, and somehow it takes life and people just go with it. So I think that's where that rumor started, from what I'm understanding, because I did hear about it when the show wrapped in season 1. So I did hear about it, but it was not Latrice who did that to her. I'm guessing she's assuming Latrice did it because they kind of didn't have a good relationship in season 1, so I'm assuming that's where she got it from. But I think Marie is just assuming and thinking that it was Latrice when that was not the case. So all right, the ladies went back to the table, and then Essie kind of pulled Latrice to the side and said, you know what, she's really hurting because of what's out there, that, you know, it really hurt our business because we had to deal with all of that rumors out there. Are you willing to talk to her to put this to rest? So before Latrice could answer, Letisha came over and she's like, can you please come into the bathroom and talk to Marie? She was hesitant at first because she's like, there's really nothing for me to talk to her about because I didn't do anything. But you know what, Letisha? For you, I'm going to go in there and talk to her. And that's where the episode ended. So it is to be continued. And we're going to see where I'm guessing they have a conversation. Well, we'll talk about it when we do a recap and a review of episode 3. But at this point, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited because I know how hard that Letisha worked to try and get the Ferry Street project going. Remember, she met with the mayor. She met with some of the elders from around that time to get a little bit of history. And that's when we found out that they told them that they can't change anything because it's a historic neighborhood. They really can't change anything on the outside of the building. But they can, as far as the facade, it could stay the same. You never ever go through some towns or some neighborhoods where the storefronts don't look like storefronts, like they look like homes or something to that, and everything in that area is uniform. That's similar to what you can do what you have to do on the inside, but you can't change what's on the outside. So with Aikisha coming, which is the real reason I want to like her so much, her influence, her family's name is going to help the Ferry Street project get up off the ground and get going. It's going to bring more businesses to the neighborhood, and you're going to have more employment, and you're going to, like they say, revitalize the neighborhood. That's why I'm excited to have Aikisha here, but I need Aikisha to tone it down a little bit. We will find out all about you and your family when you go through the season, okay? Hopefully Marie and Latrice could squash what they got going on, because it's getting out of hand now. It's coming over from season 1. We don't need to see all of that in season 2. Glen and Letisha, yeah, Glen is gonna come around, and I hope it's a no when he finally gets the DNA test, and he needs to chill. I like Glen too. I liked it from last season, but he needs to chill. I was hoping that he and her were all good, but it seemed like there's always some drama somewhere. Cliff wanting to have a baby with Latrice, and Latrice talking about she not ready. Girl, get ready. Give that man his baby. You know, he look like he'll be all right taking care of the baby himself. But he say he wants her to, he wants Latrice to calm down a little bit. But this is where she's blossoming. Her business is growing. Let her be a boss. And what else is happening? Oh, Tambra is looking to have a baby as well. So we have one person wanting a child, and we have one person not sure if they want to have a child. So this season is going to be really, really interesting, and I'm going to be here to cover it all. So make sure that you subscribe to this channel and watch every week when I do the reviews. I did not review episode 1. I kind of got caught up, so we're just starting off at episode 2. So don't go looking for episode 1. I did not do a review on episode 1. And that is it for this episode. For the review of this episode, I do really thank you for watching. I may have stumbled a little bit over some of the names and stuff like that because it's just coming back to me now. I also do review for Love and Marriage Huntsville, Love and Marriage DC. So when Love and Marriage Huntsville come back in September 10th, I'm going to be reviewing that. Of course, I've reviewed the past episodes. I'm going to put the playlist below. I'm also going to put the playlist for Love and Marriage DC below that I've reviewed. So go and watch all that. Catch up on all my reviews. And continue to watch my channel. Like I said, please subscribe. Leave a comment if you wish. What do you think is going to happen between Marie and What do you think is going to happen between Marie and Latrice? And what is your first impression of Aikisha? I know she's going to be, she's going to step out there because already we met so Gucci, but Aikisha is coming in heavy and hot, boy. So let me know, what is your opinion about her? And do you think the Ferry Street project is going to actually get up off the ground? It would be really nice to see. So again, I thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to the channel, and until next time, be sure to take care of yourselves and your family. Bye bye.